Welcome to another Tougher Together Tuesday. And a quote is always good, so here's one for you. We have learned to fly the air like birds and to swim the sea like fish, but we have not learned the simple art of living together as brothers. Martin Luther King. And on tonight, I just want to talk to you guys about working together to make money. Alright, so there's enough money for all of us. And that's one of the key things, I think, in terms of people actually working with others, doing and making money or doing business things with each other. It's important to know that there's enough money for all of us to actually get out there. And oftentimes, instead of looking at it in that way, a lot of us get territorial about our finances and about other people making money. This is why you will see the drug dealers. They get into it when they find out somebody's actually selling on their blocks, because that's going to actually hurt their sales. This is why you see rappers, they go against each other because one is selling better than the other. This is why you often see NFL players go and renegotiate their contracts, and not just NFL players, just sports players in general. When you say, hey, I'm the best, and then I'm getting paid the top dollar, and then the team goes out and pays somebody else the top dollar, and you say, hey, we gotta go renegotiate my contract because I'm the best, and somebody else is getting paid more than me. So oftentimes money will create competition, and this is something that right now people are seeing with EYL, the Earn Your Leisure crew, and the Wall Street Trapper. They're both doing their thing as far as stocks and investments, but they're having a beef because most likely the money that they used to possibly get isn't actually adding up the same, or just because they may be jealous of one another's platform and the things that the other one is able to do and pull out of people and what they possibly can't do. But I think it's important that they don't actually beef with each other, but that they figure out a way for them to continue to actually, even if they don't work together, they could agree to disagree and go ahead and actually make their money separately with whatever they actually do, and just show that, hey, they're doing things about stocks. And if you're doing things about stocks, most of the time the money that you're getting from that is from other businesses doing their actual thing. So there shouldn't be any problem with them actually having a beef with each other if they all are making money off of other people's businesses through stocks. So this is just another example of how oftentimes, instead of working together or just doing their own things on the side, they will actually beef with each other and possibly tear each other down instead of actually building each other up. Now, one of the things that is definitely always hard for most people, even if they started out building wealth together, making money together, it's hard for them to actually stay together and stay close as far as working and making money together, because at some point in time, everybody wants to be the man on the top. Nobody wants to be the man in the middle or even the man at the bottom. Everybody wants to be at the top. Even if they haven't worked as hard to be on the top, even if they know that, hey, you know what, the way I work or the way that I run things or do my business, I'm in the middle of the road, they still look at the man at the top and say, hey, I need to be at his spot. And then this is why oftentimes you will see people will go after others or say disrespectful things about others, just because they want that number one spot. Ludacris, I believe, said it best years ago in one of his songs. He's heading for that number one spot. That's what he's going for. Everybody wants to be number one. And so oftentimes people can't take actually being number two or three or four or even five. But this is just how our society is built. And this is why you have so many beefs, not only with friends, but with family members, because everybody wants to be on top and everybody wants to be that person that says, hey, I'm the one that everybody leans on and depends on. Now, this doesn't have to be so. We definitely can come up with ways and do things in a certain way where we say, hey, you know what? I'm going to help this person out to make money, and I'm going to let him know about all the things that I'm doing so that he can succeed and do good. But then too, when it comes in terms of helping others out and showing them the ropes and things like that, you often have to humble yourself to know that if this person goes above me, then I'm not going to be jealous and I'm not going to actually be mad, and I'm going to be happy for them. And then too, this thing will definitely work both ways, because if someone teaches you the ropes and how to move about things, and then you start reaching to a higher platform or a higher status than them, it's important that you will be willing to actually reach back down and help them out so that they can get back up, or so that they can be acknowledged in your in how you actually made and did the things that you were able to actually do. When people start forgetting to be thankful for others helping them out, this will cause them to think that they're more better and that they don't have to say anything or do anything for them, which in actuality, that's not the right way to be actually thinking. And so I think once a lot of us get out of those thought process of not wanting to help out others who may be lost or who may not be on our level, and then those who eventually get to a higher level than those who taught them, once they're able to reach back down and help them out as well too to keep things going for them, then you'll see a lot more people coming up with ways to continue to make money together and not be jealous of each other. So it's important definitely to have a team around you that you can actually make money and get money with. This is something that our society often tries to get us to be individuals and separate us from actually having a team. And the reason being is because if you have a team around you that you're working with so that you all can actually make and get money together, then it makes it harder for others to actually make and get a whole lot of money, because your team is basically helping each other out. So wherever you may be weak somewhere, somebody else on your team may actually be strong. And if they're strong at where you're weak, then this helps the rest of the team to actually be strong. And then too, a lot of places and a lot of business people out there who are making a lot of money, they work with other companies and they say, hey, look, we're going to only buy from you and your products, and we're not going to buy from anybody else. And then we're going to make sure when we blow up, then you actually blow up. So this is why you will see a lot of businesses actually stay in business and they continue to make money, because they have so many people that actually support what they do and help them to continue to do what they actually do. You can look at this in terms of, you have Pepsi and then you have Coke. So Pepsi has a lot of different brands that they partner with, and they have different restaurants and fast food places that they actually partner with, and they sell Pepsi products or they sell Coca-Cola products. And by them actually doing these things, they continue to help each other to actually make money. So this means that if you go to, let's say, for instance, I believe it's Taco Bell, you go to Taco Bell, then they're going to promote all Pepsi type of drinks or drinks that are made by Pepsi. But then if you go to somewhere like a McDonald's, they support Coke and all Coke type products. So the sodas that you get there are all stuff that's made by Coke, Cola. Now, with that being said, this helps for Coca-Cola to continue on and for their business to continue to succeed because they always have this food chain to actually back them up. And the same sits with Pepsi. As long as that food chain is going, they're going to always be able to make money because that food chain actually uses them. And so they basically support one another and they help each other out. So we have to actually do the same thing and be just like how a gang would be. Whenever you're in a gang, or for those of you who are familiar with gang culture, if there's one guy that they're trying to get, woman or person, and there's a bunch of people in the gang, it's hard for that one person to actually escape the gang and get away from the gang in a fist fight because they have so many people in the gang swinging and hitting at them, and they can't keep up where all the hits are coming from. But if this one individual person has a gang of their own, and then the gangs are actually going at it with each other, then he has enough people around him to actually help him out so that he can actually see where the blows are coming from so that he can actually attack back. So it's the same way with getting money together. If you have other people that you're getting money with and you guys are making plans and making moves with each other, then this helps you guys out to actually maximize the money that you're able to get because you have other people watching and seeing things that you don't actually see, and this helps you out to move betterly or better, and this helps you to actually see things that you possibly didn't see before. But this has been another Tougher Together Tuesday. Now, another great example in terms of people doing business together and making money together is a grocery store. If you look at your grocery stores, whenever you go to the grocery store, you will see that they will have the same thing on the shelves but made by different brands. And depending on how well one may actually sell, they may actually buy more of that actual brand. So this is the grocery store working with all these different brands so that they can make the money that they're actually trying to make. And so one may sell because, it's organic, so people who want to buy the organic stuff will pay top dollar for it. But then other stuff that's probably bad for people will buy that because it's cheaper, and so it sells as well too. But the grocery store is able to make their money, and this is why they partner with both. So anywho, as always, two are better than one if two function as one. So stay together.